Thank you, RAYNET. Thank you, RAYNET. This is G798, serving as net control for the G7 G4NRC RAYNET-UK weekly activity net. This net meets each Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. local time and is open to all amateur radio operators. We will be giving net this afternoon. If there are any stations with emergency or priority traffic, please call now. Nothing heard. The primary purpose of this radio net is to provide the opportunity for members and other amateur radio operators to test equipment, exchange traffic, news, opinions and information. Additional information and announcements are available on the RAYNET-UK website, which can be found at www.raynet-uk.net. This is a directed net, which means all calls are to be made to the net control station unless you are instructed otherwise. All amateur radio operators are invited to and encouraged to check in into the net. When checking into the net, please announce your call sign slowly and phonetically, followed by your name and whether or not you have traffic for the net. After a few check-ins, the net control will pause and review the check-in list. If your check-in is not acknowledged, then please try again. We will now begin taking check-ins for the RAYNET-UK weekly activity net. Any stations wishing to check in to the net, please call in now. So we'll start with, as usual, with the stations with figure 8 in their call sign. Would they like to call in now, please?
Wolf Juliet 8, Papa Victor Lima, GJ8 PVL, Peter. No traffic. Over.
Golf 8, Echo Yankee G8 EEY, name is Mike.
Okay. Any more stations with figure 8 in their call sign would you like to call in now, please? Okay. Nothing heard. Any stations with figure 7 in their call sign would they like to call in now, please?
Mike 7, good afternoon there.
M7 AVO, good afternoon, Dave. Dave, I'm looking at the log sheet on CryptoPad. I'm not getting anything on it that you filled in so far, have I?
Yeah, Roger Graham. It's read only. It's not letting me type anything over.
I'm not sure what to do about that one. Okay, looks like I will have to log from this end. We'll give it a go.
Yeah, Roger. I'll keep trying.
Okay, it's G4NRC, control station with the RAYNET digital voice activity net. I do apologise about that one. Let's move down to the 6. Is there any stations with figure 6 in their call and let's call it now, please. Okay, nothing heard. Let's move down to the 5s. Any stations with figure 5 in their call, would I like to call it now, please? Okay, nothing heard from the 5s. Let's move on to the 4s. Any stations with figure 4? Figure 4 in our call sign, would I like to call it now, please?
Both for Kilo India Lima, Philip South Australia. I'll stay with you for the moment, Tyler.
3-2, stroke George 4, Echo, Gilbert Metzger, Steve, Eltham and RAYNET, no traffic.
Okay, nothing heard. Let's move down to the 3s. Anybody with figure 3 in their call sign, would you like to call in now, please?
So for 3, Zulu Hotel X-ray, Ian.
G3, ZH Jackson, Ian, good afternoon. Anybody else with figure 3 in their call sign, wish to call into the net? Nothing heard. Okay, let's move on to the 2s. This includes intermediate 2s, regardless of secondary suffix. Would they like to call in now, please?
QE0MZA, Faraday, no traffic. Over.
QE0 MZA, good afternoon. Thanks for calling into the net, and noted that you have no traffic. Anybody else with figure 2 in their call? Okay, nothing heard. Let's move down to the 1s. Anybody with figure 1 in their call, would they like to call in now, please? Okay, nothing heard at this end. Noted Steve G4EKM has called in, so good afternoon to Steve. Okay, let's move down to the 0s. We'll do the G0s regardless of secondary identifier. Would they like to call in now, please?
Golf Whiskey Zero, Juliet Lima X-ray. Good afternoon, Graham. Name is Andy. Raynet, Pembrokeshire. No traffic delays. In and out, please. Over.
Yeah, good afternoon, Andy. GW0JLX, and noted that you're in and out. Any others G0 stations would like to call in? Okay, let's move on to the M0s. Any M0 stations wishing to join the net, would they call in now, please?
M0 MFS, Mike 0 Mike Foxtrot Sierra Drew, West Devon.
G4 and RC. My apologies for that. My radio just locked up on my last transmission. So I had to reboot the radio. Okay, so I have M0FS Drew, M0JSA Alan. Good afternoon, both. Any more M0s? Any more M0s wish to call into the net?
Mike 0 Papa Romeo.
Mike 0 Papa Romeo. Very good afternoon to you. But there we go. Any more M0s wish to call in before we move on? Nothing heard. Okay. Any stations that missed their call in? Would they like to call in now, please?
Golf 4 Kilo India Lima. I didn't think I were acknowledged. This is my first call over.
G4KIL. Yes, like I've heard that. I did acknowledge maybe radio issues this end, but you are in the log. Are you in and out, or are you staying in and around?
From G4K, I'll stay in for the moment, sir.
Roger. Many thanks for that. Any international stations that wish to call into this afternoon's net from G4 NRC? Okay, nothing heard at this end. So, as usual, the net is being live streamed by myself, Graham, G7IH. Today, past streams and recordings are available by searching G7IH on YouTube. RAYNET has been represented at the Blackpool Rally today, providing a little activity on a weekend where there only seems to have been meetings of RAYNET groups in other parts of the country, like Zone 7 in the southwest, and a meeting of the South Glamorgan group today. While it was mentioned last week, Greg forgot to put the item in the news, pointing out that call signs can now be issued by group controllers for data stations operating in the 225 watt ERP category. Better luck next week. Greg will put it in the news. Finally, there was an interesting meeting of the Emergency Communications Coordinators in IIU Region 1 yesterday. When you consider having difficult terrain to cover for events. Spare a thought, sorry, I'm reading this, I haven't read this before. Spare a thought for the Seychelles, whose main island is treated to a 900-metre mountain in the middle, providing any VHF UHF coverage to the island would need at least 5 repeaters on the island, which is only 10 by 16 miles in size. Their way forward is to use 40-metre MVIS as being easier to engineer and get over the mountains and around it. That's the only bit of news I've got. So we'll start from the top. And DJ8 PVL, Peter, good afternoon from G4NRC.
Yeah, good afternoon everybody on frequency. Not an awful lot to report here. We're going to have a meeting in the next couple of weeks to do some training with our group, which we haven't actually done before. But the idea is to get them familiar with a lot of our equipment now. So hopefully that's going to work. I know that on the RAYNET-UK website, I believe we're still on the training manual number 1. I don't know if anybody else has seen an update on that or not, or got any other information, but wouldn't perfectly received. And I've got my HF back on the air here, luckily, and VHF, so I've had to reroute all my aerial tables into another part of the house. So it was a little bit difficult, but we're back on the air properly now. Okay, that's it from me. So G4NRC from GJ8 to the Army Road.
G4NRC returning. Yeah, okay, fine and all that, Peter. Please say you've got your HF capabilities and VHF stuff all back up and running. I'm not sure on the training. Perhaps somebody else could comment when we actually go around as to what version we're on. And yeah, nice to see you doing some equipment training with the groups, which of course is something we have done in the past in Cheshire. Probably need to relook at that one. Okay, thanks for that. And round to Mike, GATEY from G4NRC.
G4NRC from G8EEY. Good afternoon, Graham. Good afternoon, everybody else on the net. Well, it's a comfortable 10 degrees centigrade here. Low winds, very high pressure, along with everything else. It's going to dip down to below zero by about 6 o'clock in the morning, so weird weather, really. Yeah, we tend not to use much HS, mostly because a lot of the stuff we do is handheld. And having tried doing direction finding on 4 meters with a 70 meg bead, handheld in the streets of Norwich, no, not very nice. But otherwise, thanks for taking the net. And that's it for this round from GADEY.
GGYG for NRC. Okay, thanks for that, Mike. And yeah, all noted. So there we go. Right, round to Dave, who's currently doing our login today. M7AVO G for NRC.
G for NRC, Mike 7 Alpha Victor Oscar. Using the radio, not typing, I can't do two things at once. But yeah, hopefully we've got the screen back up and it's working for you now. I had to log out of the crypto pad and log back in, and it gave me the access back on, so that's one thing I shall have to watch for next time. Chris, PCBH just called in and only picking up at the end of the session there, Graham. But I don't think they're missing anything else. As you know, lovely weather here in Cheshire the last few days. It's been very good. Not a great deal to have this time. We'll catch you on the next time round. Mike 7 off Victor Oscar.
M7AVO G for NRC returning. Yeah, okay, fine on all that, Dave. And yeah, I see the sheets being filled in now, and doing great, doing two things at once. I'm not good at that either. Right, okay, round to Philip, G, KLI from G4 NRC.
Before I see 44 KIL, I think I was intended to say. I don't think there was a KLI. Thanks very much for that. Thanks for running the net. I've got a great to contribute. The team part, well, I attempted to take part in HF a little earlier on today. I think I was able myself, and one of our Southwestern guys in Tuesday who was on. They were the only ones we've heard anyway. Conditions did seem quite difficult. For anyone of those who might be filling in their survey, there's a survey being done on communications outside of the hours, noting how many hills we've got around and trying to find out the height of them all. All that in. So that's I'll be pursuing on that. That's probably all we need for the moment for this one. So G4RC G4 PAL.
G4KLG for NRC. Okay, thanks for that, and we'll catch you on the next round. Round 2 here in G3 ZX from G for NRC.
G4 NRC in the group, G3 ZHX. Good afternoon all. Yes, I don't think I've got a lot to contribute this week. I now have a VoIP telephone with the kind help of Drew, M0MFS, and it's a 170-page manual I've got to plough through. So it'll be a little while before I'm actually up to snuff on that one. So I'll send it back to you, G4 NRC and the group, G3 ZX.
G4 NRC returning. Yeah, okay, fine, I'm all that in. Yeah, I've got a sleep phone. I'll stick out the shed actually, and I'm sure I can wire that into to the Arden node. So another list for the job. Okay, round to Steve, G4 EKM from G4 NRC.
G4NRC, this is Italy 2, stroke George 4, Echo, Philip, Mexico. Good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon, Ben. Thanks for running the net. As you can tell, I'm over permanently again, for about 6 weeks, and then off to the other side of the world for the rest of the year. Nothing really to pass on apart from it's been quite cool today here in Italy. It's only about 12, 13 degrees. It was about 19 degrees, but I am noticing a big difference from the 30 plus that I've been used to for the last 3.5 months. But just getting everything sorted out, taking some beer across to the Philippines when I go back across there. Some VHF equipment and VHF as well. Normally I was taking part in some of the digital nets over there while I was waiting for my call sign to come through. So when I get back across, I'm going to be my first duty to get the call sign allocated. Unfortunately, I just got the notification of passing the examination. The due was due to leave, so that's the first thing I'm going to do. My main priority is forget about the house I'm building. Main priority, get the call sign. Okay, that's the 33s. And I'll just be listening. I won't come back. From at least 2 stroke and 3 p.m.
G for RC returning. Yeah, okay, Steve, fine and all that. And note that you'll be out next round. Yeah, no problem at all. And I look forward to hearing you from the Philippines. Well, there we go. You got your priorities right. Get the radio gear first before you build a house. HI. Okay, round to Andy, GW0X from G4 NRC. Okay, I've got Andy marked. Apologies, it's in and out. Round to Drew, M0MFS from G4 NRC. G4 NRC from M0MFS. Not a lot to talk about, really. We're prepping for our first major event of the year, the Expo Challenge, which is 2 weekends away. We did a quick test of the system yesterday. That's very good. We're going to do a full rollout test next weekend with people at all the checkpoints just to check. We've had some help from Exeter, so we're doing things a little bit different this year. So we've got a few things to check out, but that's all in good shape. And we had a lot from other groups in the region, so thanks everybody for that. I have got some more interest down in my neck of the woods with in Arden, so I'm trying to source a few Arden devices that I can ship out to members of the group, and we're going to try to put a little thing together. Though unfortunately, none of us appear to be within RF range of each other, so it's going to have to be tunnels. We really need to find some members in more appropriate places. The problem with Devon is, as you probably know, it's a big county. So other than that, yes, thanks for running the net and taking over. You're doing a grand job. I think I'll drop out on this one.
because I need to go and get a few things sorted, and the wife is working in the garden, so sitting here on the radio, I feel as if I'm getting daggers looks from outside. So have a good one, everybody, and we'll catch you next week. Oh, very briefly, I forgot. The Zone 7 meeting had to be postponed due to circumstances beyond everyone's control, so that's still scheduled to happen. From M0MFS.
M0MFS, G4NRC. Yeah, okay, Drew, all noted, and all noted on the Arden network, more interest, which is good. And the Zone 7 meeting postponed. Okay, thanks for that, and we'll look forward to speaking to you next week. With that, round to Alan, M0GSA from G4NRC.
Yeah, good afternoon, Graham. Good afternoon, everybody. It was a very sunny day here. I suppose up the starting rain now in East Sussex. It's been very windy. North wind is very cold, as I'm sure my colleagues in Norfolk will tell you. Nothing much to report, but a bit of excitement. We had a constant carrier PRS frequency 14800, which we decided we were going to track them down. That was an odd signal. That was not really a data signal. That was a constant carrier with a ticking noise on it, but that was odd. Anyway, managed to DF down to a house in Sax, London, about 10 miles, 20 miles north of Ipswich, and that was a white stick area along the house with a weather station next to it. There's obviously fell over and was constantly transmitting. And the APRS network came up a lot better after we got rid of that. But that was an interesting exercise, trying to DF onto the vertical. Weren't so successful, of course. Other than that, not much to report. We've got a couple of events coming up soon. We've been doing some planning for that. There was a test the other night to check the DMR access into the Ipswich for a charity walk and a nighttime walk for the hospice. That was successful, so we've got a repeat of 3 earmarks for that. And we're getting busy. May is always our busy month. Nothing else to report, so I won't come back, but I'll listen to the end. Best selling through to all. Back to you, G4NRC, M0JSA.
M0JSA, G798, I don't know, even G4NRC even. Okay, yeah, no problem at all, and no, you'll listen to the end. All understood. That brings us to M0PBR from G4NRC.
Hello, this is my Leo Papa Robert. I really apologize, I forgot to say I'm in and out. Let's say, okay, I will introduce myself. I'm a member of RAYNET, and I run to DMR, because locally here in New Hampshire. I'm talking back to you. This is my Leo Papa.
M0PPR, G4NRC returning. Yeah, good afternoon to you. Thanks for calling in the net today, Paul. And Paul noted Hampshire RAYNET, and you also run 2 DMR repeaters. Excellent, thank you very much. I'll mark you out for the next round. No problem at all. Okay, so it looks like we're back at the top. 11 stations in total. But just before we do go back around again, a couple of things. Last week's viewing figures were 44 views and 4 likes on the stream. And there's many stations that I actually missed. Would they like to call in now?
97 November Tango Whiffle. So by listening, no comments. Flat.
Page, moving down to the West Country. Anyway, yeah, I'll be listening around to the end, and it's interesting if anyone else got anything new. I think it must have been on now. Anyway, can be in as one of the members of the net this afternoon. Oh, G3VH, Chris Winchester.
Yeah, I think this G3VH, thanks for calling in, and there we go. And I have a comment from M1CYT saying the Fusion live stream is down. It must be in the Fusion bridge. And then the DM7 station called in. I do apologise, but I haven't got your M7 NTE, Dave. Thanks for calling in. Right, okay. We'll go back to the top to Peter, GJ8PVL from D4LRC.
Yeah, thank you, Graham. Not an awful lot more to report. We had a meeting with the Coast Guards recently, and they've now asked us if we can provide a backup in the event that all their nautical systems go down. So we're sort of doing a planning to see what we can provide for that, and that would be on all the ships and the Coast Guard frequencies as well. Of course, that includes the digital selective calling, which is the emergency calling for the Marine, and also AIS, which is like a radar to show you where the ships are on a map. And while we're at it, because of the search and rescue, we've been trying to get a facility there where we can see where the aircraft are with ADPS there. So one of the things that we have is all our equipment, unfortunately, is at my house at the moment in different garages and containers and things like that. So one of the things we are looking for, if anybody can help, because we don't have many facilities in Jersey, is for some sort of command trailer or vehicle where we can actually put everything and set it all up ready to go. And of course we can have it ready for events and emergencies, whatever. So I have had a look at the website, and of course you've got I4 Williams trailers, which may be suitable, but I understand that they're not very well sealed and could be a lot of condensation and damp in them, so that's not something we want with electronic equipment. So if anybody has any ideas of where we might be able to acquire a trailer or a vehicle of some sort for command purposes, please let us know there. Okay, so I'll pass it back to you, Graham, G4NRC from TJ8 Group.
TJ8 G4NRC. Yeah, okay, Peter, thanks for that. And yeah, certainly sounds some interesting stuff. With the Coast Guard meeting, and as Peter said, if anybody knows of or a command vehicle or trailer available, let Peter know if they're interested in one. Okay, round to Mike for the second time. GATEY G4LRC.
G4NRC G8EY. Yeah, remote control and command vehicles was a good idea until you try and find somewhere to park them. That was our main problem. We used to have a caravan which we got rid of because it was a maintenance risk, and I was having to park it in my own parking space. Could sort of go down well with the neighbours, so I had to dispose of it. But yeah, not too much else bad. Likewise, as in other parts of the country, it's raining here now also, as they say. So I'll say thanks again for running the net, and I shall go and have a continuation of trying to upgrade the CPS of an anything 578 UV, which is always interesting, from G8 to E9.
GDYG for NRC. Yeah, okay, Mike. Thanks for coming on the net today. Yeah, I noted on the code book for the CPS for the Anytone. I'm using an Anytone 878 UV2 Plus at this end. And I do need to update the firmware to the latest one. I think it's 303 on this one, so I will do it at some point. Hoping we don't come into any difficulties. I keep looking at the 578 as a base rib, and my interesting one. Okay, right, back to footage called KI out. Not sure if you said you were out the next round or not, Philip, so if you did, I apologise. G4 KI G for NRC.
E4RCG or KIL. No, I think I keep on this one. I will comment, I mean, we do have a vehicle which is a nice luxury to have. It's founded down with a built-in dark mask, which is being beautifully equipped by some of the other members. But yes, the storage issue is a big one. It ends up being, I think, our major expense for the year, and it does really hammer our available funds. Because we keep parts in our caravan park, for which there's a significant cost for doing that, plus the cost, of course, of maintaining the vehicle, insuring it, and all the rest of it. So, yeah, I think points were well made, really, that it's a nice luxury. We would sorry to lose it, but it might not be that long before we do, if costs become prohibitive. Okay, I'll do that one. Thanks for the net, and hopefully you'll do it again next week. As far as I can think, the following week, I think, maybe more questionable, we have our first event in 2 weeks' time, so I may not be clear from it in time. I have to wait and see. Good. For now, see you for now.
G4KLG. I'll see. Okay, well, thanks for that, and thanks for going on to the net this afternoon. Okay, run to G3ZHXG before NRC.
G4 and R3 in the group, G3ZHX. Last time I saw South Sussex communication vehicle, it was hopefully covered by several CCTV cameras to make sure it didn't move really often around. So there are other headaches involved with these things. Makes me think we don't have one. Although, having said that, we do have a radio mast on the trailer, and that's down in Hampshire, which is not very accessible from bikes. But that's the way things go. There's no parking space for that even. And with that, I shall say thank you for running the net, Graham, and been still an idea for logging, and I shall hope to be around next week. And in the meantime, good afternoon to all, and 7-3, please send me a text. Thank you.
G3ZHXG for NRC. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Ian. And, Cheshire had a caravan at one time as a control vehicle. I don't think we still got it now. I think it went a long time ago. Oh, well, there we go. And actually, that really brings us to the end of the net. I have no other stations to call in. But what I will do is just put a call out for any stations or any international stations that I've missed and would like to call in to the RAYNET-UK Digital Voice Activity Period. Would I like to call in now, please? Okay, nothing heard. So with that, I will bring the net to a close, and I'll thank you all for taking part in the net this afternoon. This is G4 NRC, now closing down and reverting back to my normal call sign of Golf 7 November Echo Hotel. Goodbye, and hope to see you all next week.